Robert says, be honest, is the world better with him or without him? Well, two things. It's not really our place to say. The second thing is, it depends. You know, there's a word we often throw around in the Christian church, redemption. And what it means is, basically, layman's terms, something horrible happens. Something good comes out of it. It's redeemed, right? I am redeemed. Kind of Christian parlance, I was a sinner and I did horrible things and I did bad things and I wasn't following God. But then through God, I was redeemed, meaning that despite all the nasty stuff that I did in life, God turned me around to use me for something good. That my life, despite the fact that I went through a whole bunch of hardship, despite the fact that I went through a bunch of nastiness, despite the fact that I did a bunch of nastiness, my life became of value to the world around me. My life was redeemed. And so we can see a moment in time and we can say, well, this was a horrible moment in time. And we can say, yes, wow, we see how people came together. Wow, we see how people came to understand their sense of purpose. Wow, we saw how people stood up, spoke out, how people stood beside their neighbor, how people provided for their community. It might be pie in the sky thinking, right? It might be like silver lining, everything is awesome kind of thinking, but it's of real value. Because it can help us look at the worst moments and say, was there something in this moment that was redeeming? Was there something in this moment was there a positive in this moment? Did it bring something out in the world? Like you can look at atrocities and say, well, that brought about this understanding, that brought about this law, that brought about this that brought about this sentiment, and through that we were able to come together and change the world, change the way we see the world, change the way we operate in the world, change the way we see one another. It doesn't take away the pain of the moment. It doesn't take away the trauma of the moment. It doesn't take away the ugliness. It doesn't take away it doesn't take away any of the nastiness. It doesn't bring people back. It doesn't restore people's homes or their lives. It doesn't do anything like that. It just allows us to see that even the darkest, most awful experience can bring about something wonderful, something beautiful, something necessary, something progressive, something that is constructive, something that is nourishing. That even the darkest, most awful experience, well, it can have a life-giving effect. So, be honest. Is the world better with him or without him? It's not my place to say. But it's our place, I think, to make what we're going through something else, to reframe what we're going through, to see this moment through a different lens, so that we can say, despite bad policy, despite silly statements, despite drastic cuts, unfeeling, uncaring, unempathetic operations, this is what we brought forward. This is what was created in us. This is the power that came from those who stood in opposition. Again, there will be tears, there will be pain, there will be grief, there will be sorrow, there will be fear, there will be confusion, there will be all kinds of negativity. Can we redeem this moment? How can we redeem this moment? How will God redeem this moment? And will our eyes be open to it? Amen.